Hey everybody, Ben, Summerville Gardener, and today I'm starting the first of the year. It's not really the first of the year. I'm starting off the beginning of this year with a little bit of hack and drop, chop and drop, sickle time. And I'm going to do a little bit of a walk around the yard, see where things are and how badly the weeds have taken over some places, and maybe even find some random peanut plants. I'm pretty sure that's peanut. I'm like 80% sure that's peanut. Just like I'm 80% sure that's an assassin bug. I'm 100% confident that is wild geranium, and that's got to go, as well as all this other stuff. There should be some garlic in here and some other stuff. And hopefully the potatoes over here start popping up as well. The first thing that I'm noticing in this corner, got a lot of cleanup from this brambleberry vine stuff. This stuff is awful. And this stuff is everywhere. So I'm going to be grabbing some leather gloves here eventually and going through here and picking all this stuff out. It's just all over the place. But I've got the first full week, or 10 days almost, of I saw the temperatures, not a single one going under 50. I mean, I'm being very optimistic about that, but there's one day that says 49. I don't think it'll go under 50 here in this yard. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start chopping these things. I don't know how about other people and how they do their chopping of their bananas, but I look to where I can see like the first little bit of like, hey, that might be, yeah, it might be live down there. So let's come up to about here and just chop it. Yep, that's what I'm doing. All of this here is dead, 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 and that might not be. And that's looking like it's still dead inside. So, take it down a little bit further. That's probably alive. We'll leave it right there. See what happens. Just like that one there. That is definitely still alive. So I'm going to see if our plus 50 degree temperatures, no joke, it is 79 degrees out here today. And one of my thermometers somewhere, I'm going to have to find out which one it is. I think it's over there in that far corner. It's registering 93 degrees in the sun. Yeah, it's definitely got something's going on there. So I'm going to continue going around, giving a big inspection to my bananas here. That's probably a little aggressive. Oh yeah, that's definitely live right there. That's good. Nah, that still doesn't look good. That looks good. I'm going to keep at this, and I'll come back to you here in a few minutes when I find something else interesting, which I can already see there's going to be something interesting once I get this little patch done right here. Okay, that patch is very well chopped and dropped. Let's grab this out the way. There we go. It'll fall down. The next interesting thing that I'm going to try and find here, if I dig through this little, I gotta get these weeds out of here. For sure. All this nasty viney stuff. But this right here, that is asparagus. I'm pretty sure this is the Mary Washington, and there's some Jersey over here somewhere. Jersey Giant. Oh yes, there he is. Right there. Look at the Jersey Giant. Look at how giant he is. And there may be some more. Is that one? I don't know. That doesn't really look like, I don't know what that is. We'll just go ahead and, yeah, that's asparagus. Yep, that's asparagus, but that doesn't taste very good. I don't think that one's ripe yet. And besides our asparagus that we have growing all over in this whole patch area, kind of like all over in here, I see my onions are already starting to pop up. That is crazy. But these onions are already that big. But hey, more power to them. Keep it going, buddies. There's another onion right over there. And another one right there. And this is going to be some more asparagus, but I don't see any popping up yet. Give it time. A little bit of time and it'll definitely pop up. So I'm basically standing on a bunch of asparagus and onions right now, so I should probably move and start attacking that next patch of bananas. See you on the other side. Oh, where'd he go? There's some little baby lizards. I'm seeing baby lizards running away from me like crazy, like I'm some sort of a madman or something. Like Jack's chopping down a beanstalk. But yeah, that definitely looks a bit different. I'm not even sure if these are worth chopping down. Yeah, that's just mush. That's just a bunch of mush. They'll come back. Those are the sawas. They'll be fine. So many vines. So many vines around here. Oh, and they're long. That's very long. Yep, I ain't gonna mess with that. I need gloves. I don't feel like getting stabbed a bunch. Not today. And got some garlic poking up right here already. Very nice. Taro is still looking a bit dry. The ginger, awapui ginger down through here, still nothing. The Mexican fan palm, it just started growing. So I figured I'd just let it. It looks pretty right there, doesn't it? I mean, if something fits, why get rid of it? The feijoa bushes are definitely getting big. Very nice to see these things get into almost grown-up size. Don't worry about this trash pile. Those are other projects. their other projects for other channels. If you haven't subscribed to the OWT channel, Often Wrong Paradigm, I'm a different person over there, but I'm still the same person. I'm a different character. I don't know, might be worth it. Maybe check it out. Link down below. Oh, where'd he go? Looks like I got some taro popping up. Also known as the elephant ear. These are the edible variety also. All these that I have growing in the yard now came from the grocery store, so I know they're edible. And if anybody has a good taro recipe, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. I would love to have your taro recipe, or poi, or whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and drop it down below. I'll try it out. On camera. Oh, yeah. You put a recipe down there, I'll try it out on camera. It'll be fun. Oh man, I'm trying to keep these things as tall as possible. Obviously those are gonna be a bit shorter just because they're shorter variety. These are the black Thai, or Thai black, and they are definitely growing. They are very much alive. They are very tall. So I'm having to like jump up and whack them like up here. I don't know, I'm sure my neighbors looking at me like I'm goofy. Totally used to it. They should be used to it by now too. Well, I'm here, loquat, looking very good. Hopefully it'll grow up just a little bit more and it'll start blooming maybe over the winter. You know, next winter, another year, we'll get some more fruits off this. We'll get fruits off it for the first time. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Rosemary, looking good. Rosemary, looking better. Wasp, shocking. I already have wasps. Yep, I already have wasps. Actually, I had one attack me a couple days ago. We've been having them. All right, I'm gonna get back to this. Ooh, bamboo. That is the, oh no, I forget. I just forgot the name of that bamboo. I'll put it on the screen down below. The name of that bamboo. It's looking great. It's grown up. It's only like a year and a half, 2 years old, so it'll get thicker. It'll get a lot thicker. My apologies. I got distracted yesterday. Just a wee bit of ADD. Ooh. But today, got little lizards running all over the absolute destruction that I've rained down on this place. And as you can see, some of the bananas have started to produce little shoots there and there. A few of these others, not so much on that one there, so I might have to trim that one down just a little bit lower to make sure that it keeps going. Quite a few of the other ones look like they're popping out pretty good though. Let's continue on. This is a good spot to put rhubarb, don't you think? Yeah, might have to get some rhubarb. Oh, but I have some. Hang on a second, we'll get back to that. The grapevine that I have decided to not continue with. And let's see here. This is, so you can see where I kind of, well, maybe you can, maybe you can't see where I kind of mounted and buried it just a bit, trying to keep the root system alive as best I can. I'm going to go around and kick a bunch of this off, spread it around a bit. Ooh, lots of worms. Ooh, and there's some more taro. And there is a big one right there, big old huge mound. This is going to take a little bit more than a boot to kick off. I'm going to get a rake for this. That way I don't damage some of the growth that's up underneath here. I was kind of hoping eventually to dig down and see one that had some growth popping up on it already, because it should be starting to grow. I'll get that raked out though. And we got some blueberries right here. I'm going to have to re-remember my names. This is a sunshine blueberry, and it looks like it's starting to flower out just a little bit. Ooh, hang on, I missed this other blueberry over here. This is the powder blue blueberry. And if you haven't seen my video on how to make these little tags, they come in handy quite a bit. I've got the type of blueberry that it is, like a powder blue blueberry, and then the date that it was planted, 02/24. So this will be its first real year, hopefully, of actually producing some nice fruit. I am looking forward to my blueberries. Now, of all the orange trees I thought would have no issues, this is a Satsuma. This is an Owari Satsuma, which from my gatherings is probably one of the more cold sensitive ones. You can see I've still got all my Christmas lights draped all around it. This had a bag over the top of it. It is starting to bud back out. Ooh, what are you, bug? What kind of bug are you? Ooh, you don't like my finger. Yeah. But it has started to grow back out, and it did keep one leaf through the winter. That is one very lucky leaf. Yes, this is the Owari Satsuma that was planted beginning of last year, I think. And it looks like anything over where the Christmas lights weren't hanging has died. So it's something good to remember for next year. This is the Methley plum that was planted last year. Oh, it looks like it has started to pop out just a little bit, starting to come out of its winter slumber just a little bit. Very nice. And the peach tree, I am so glad this thing popped out of it. Has some really good base shapes. I'll need to come in here and kind of clear out the middle of it probably later on this year, but very nice shape that this got going on, and some very nice flowers. I'll probably keep a few of those, but because I still want that to be focusing on the growth rather than flowering, I'm not going to take off a whole lot of fruit from it this year. The punting pole bamboo does look like it survived just barely. It's got some new growth right here already this year. Very nice. And some more down over here, but it kept some of its green. I'm not sure how much of this will get trimmed off, but it's one of those bamboos I wasn't really sure exactly how much of it was going to survive the cold anyway. And here's the Austin blueberry, doing very good, starting to flower, come out of it. Still got to do something with that camellia over there. That is the Camellia synthesis, the tea variety of the camellia. And that is definitely going to need more sunlight, because as soon as this guy starts growing up, it's going to just cast a big old shadow right here, and I'll get nothing on my camellia, so that needs to get handled. I'm thinking probably move it out over here somewhere. Oh, almost forgot. The itty bitty little persimmon right here. I don't see much growth on it. It's got some little tiny buds starting to form. So hopefully that'll do well this year. And that's going to be the American style, not the Fuyu. I got to get another Fuyu, because my last Fuyu said Fuyu. And this is the Brightwell blueberry, looking very nice already. Here's one of the figs that I did kick over earlier, and it has started to grow. This is the Mission fig. Already has some tender growth that was underneath everything. It was buried up to about here. This little itty bitty bit was all it was poking up. So it had a nice little mound going over it, kept it very nicely protected. And of course the Bountiful blueberry. Let's see how bountiful this thing is this year. It actually did keep some leaves all through the winter. These are old leaves, not new leaves. So hopefully this got enough chill hours. I think that's going to be the main issue for this one. Yeah, Bountiful Delight blueberry, planted in 23. It has not in 23 or 24 or 25 done much of anything. It's been the least productive, the least bountiful of all the blueberries. It makes sense. It just couldn't live up to the hype of its name. And here's the Beers Black. As you can see by its massively kicked off area, it had a big old pile over it also, to where only about this little bit was poking off. And here's the fruits from last year. That's kind of gross, but that'll just kind of get ripped off. And I'm sure it's got a lot of new growth about to emerge under here somewhere. Ah, there we go. There's a little bit of life. There's a little bit more life. It'll be fine. All good. It's going to grow up big. It's going to be huge this year. And this one here needs a lot of cleaning up for all the brambleberry vines that are all over it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get the welding gloves out and rip all that stuff out. This is the red blueberry, the pink lemonade. And this is the one that the mockingbirds fight over, which is awesome to watch. Love watching them fight over this thing. Yeah, definitely going to be another bumper crop year on this one. I'm starting to think that one always does good though. I might have to get more of those. I was a little worried about my plum tree here. This is the, I always forget what, because I changed this one, what this one was. This is a Santa Rosa plum, and it is looking very buddy, very good. This is gonna have a lot of growth this year. I'm looking forward to it. And the Jersey blueberry. Is that blueberry growth all the way down here? Wow. Yeah, that is not a weed. I thought that was, whoops. No, that is definitely blueberry, not a weed. That's a weed. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of the crabgrass. But this one will be coming out of it shortly, hopefully. And this is another good one for pancakes. I love the blueberries this thing made for pancakes. They were those really good, like really juicy, really small blueberries. Excellent for pancakes. And coming over here to my fence of despair. This I'm going to be putting a very special vine on. Again, we'll get to that in just a minute. Moving on though. The Celeste over here, this is a Celeste fig, and that needs to get kicked off. I'm sure it's got some good growth underneath there somewhere, just have to expose it. And these taros over here, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those taros. I might keep those, I may not. I'm not sure if anybody else has seen this video from a couple years ago when I first planted this thing and it was about, knee high. This is definitely more than knee high on this loquat here. That is awesome growth. Love to see that. That thing's gonna be huge. Cannot wait. It's gonna have a lot of great fruits on it. It's at least 6 foot, maybe just a little bit more than 6 foot tall now. And that's only been growing in the ground for 2 years. So about 3 feet a year. Keep going, buddy. The Prime Arc Freedom blackberries over here are doing exceptionally well. There are 3 of those, 1, 2, and 3. They are all kicking up real nice. Don't worry about those tarps back there. I had some weeds popping up everywhere. So I'm just solarizing sort of like the soil. And just trying to get all the weeds that are back here to just die. You can still see a bunch of them like popping up around the edges and a little bit under by my feet. For some reason this area over here, which is a sunless area, it just sprung to life over the winter. We did get a little bit of rain the other day. Looks like about 2 inches. Wow. Let's go ahead and water the mint. This area here I have dubbed Mint Hill. It is going to be covered in mint. There is spearmint, there is peppermint, there is apple mint, there is sweet mint, There is another kind of mint. There's just all kinds of mint in here. And yes, I know, this is going to explode. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be able to walk across this area and just smell the mint in the air. It's gonna be nice, at least I hope so. Otherwise it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be awesome still. Don't mind my little bit of mess here, but you can see where the mint is even growing in between the cracks that I intentionally left here. I'm pretty sure this is the apple mint. Oh, the smell of this stuff. I cannot wait. Well, I'm gonna have to, but anyway, awesome mint. It's just gonna be growing through here. It's gonna be trailing off the edges. It's gonna be coming out the cracks, coming out the crevices, coming out of everywhere, mint everywhere, coming out the sides over here, even all the way down here. What even kind is that? I bet that's a spearmint. And that's some grass. That's gotta go. Ooh, that's a big chunk of grass. There's a lot of grass. That's gonna have to go. Yeah, I got some more over here. How does this grass pop up? Bermuda grass weed. I'll dig this up later. It's gonna have some big chunks. So Mint Hill here is starting to come to life. Very nice to see. And the goji berry, looks like that's finally starting to just do its own thing. And of course it's gonna be surrounded in mint. So goji berry surrounded in mint. And this is an unfortunate, it's going to be something. That's actually the garbage kind of citrus that you don't really want to be growing. So I've let these two spikes grow up and I'm just going to trim them off here eventually. Maybe put some Satsuma, maybe put some navel red, maybe put something else. I don't know, maybe I'll even just go over to a neighbor's house, see what they've got, and just start grafting different types of oranges to those two little spikes right there. It's gonna be fun. And there's my sweet lemon, which has survived. No, sweet lemon, sweet lime. I don't like lemons. These are limes. And it's already starting to put off into good growth. Oh, green spider. All right, what was this thing called again? I don't have a name on this one. It's not an elderberry. Mulberry. It's a mulberry. This is a native mulberry, so it won't be invasive. It won't start spreading everywhere. It won't get all nasty. Like, you've seen those on the internet, the mulberries that just kind of take over and go bonkers. This is not one of those. This is, I gotta find the name of it. I'm not sure what it is. It's a mulberry. And it's the good kind, it's not the bad kind. But it's starting to bud out very nicely. Ooh, looks like I need to refill some bird feeders. If you haven't seen the bird feeder camera video, that's very nice. I really like it. I get alerts every now and again for when different birds are visiting me. And over here towards the sugar cane and the what's left of the wood chip pile, I've got another interesting video. Again, you're gonna have to subscribe, you're gonna have to continue watching. I made my own tractor to move all my wood chips now. And the build for that's gonna be on the other channel. So you may want to subscribe to that also. You can see how I built a tractor. Yes, I don't know why, but maybe you want to build one too. Who knows? I mean, if I can do it, I'm sure somebody else can do it too. I started to dig out some of the, I believe this is the red and this is the green. Red? I think it's red. I don't know. That's kind of looking dead. It's not dead. That is very much alive. That is very sturdy. Yep. It's gonna start kicking off growth any day now. Just needs to get some warmth and stuff to it. But this is going to be the Florida Red, and that's the Don Juan DeMarco. I don't remember what the name of that one is. But that is a, starts with, maybe it is Don something. I'll have to look it up. If I can find it, I'll put the name down below. Yes, they should have survived very well, being very well covered in wood chips and only getting a couple freezing nights. Got another fig over here. What are the chances that there's a name on this thing somewhere? Because I am not doing so good with my names today. Ooh, well. Here's a sticker, but I don't think it's gonna tell me. Oh, Violet de Bordeaux. Oh, yes, this is the Violet de Bordeaux. I need to put a better tag on that. That needs an actual tag. But it looks like the roots that are growing way up here, it looks like I could just do a whole nother tree right there. But it looks like everything is going to be growing just fine on this one. The other loquat, I just kind of left it to its own devices. Oh, hey there, little Mr. Lizard. And how are you doing today? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bother you. Oh, okay, that one's camera shy. He's camera shy. All right, let's not bother that guy. And these taros here are starting to pop up. We got some ginger that it's gonna be a while before the ginger pops up right here. And there's some more ginger over here, which then brings us to the New Year's plants that are coming up. These are all purple potatoes right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so of them. And I've got even more potatoes inside yet to get going. They're just sitting in the windowsill, so they're sprouting up. So it's about time for them to get put into some dirt. And they're going to get planted all the way over here because a lot of these bananas are going to end up getting gone. If you live in the Charleston area and you want some bananas, I got some for you. Just let me know where you're at or where you want to pick some up. I'll dig them up and take them to you. But that area over there is going to be the garden area. And it's going to be, well, it's going to be a lot of potatoes this year. This guy right here is a green pepper that is survived from last year. I put it in a little pot here and took it inside. It did produce 2 little green peppers over the winter, which I just pulled them off once they got to about a certain size because I wanted to focus on growth and not trying to fruit. But then it just started putting off more flowers. And then here is the rhubarb. So I've got a rhubarb there and a rhubarb there. So those are going to go back over there by the fence once I get that thing gone. Which, speaking of that thing, let's take a look inside of there. I had another bad year on my Malaysian Red Guava here. It is not dead, but it did die back all the way to the ground again. Let's take a look inside of here. Yep. Died back all the way to the ground, but that doesn't mean that it is dead, because it is not. Let's see if I can get this branch to hold this thing open. There we go. It did die back to the ground, but it is going to come back yet again, and I'm going to try even harder this next winter to get this thing covered up even better. Maybe put a heater in here, some black barrels of water. I don't even know. I'm going to come up with some kind of a plan or an idea to keep this thing going better next year, because I really want some of these guavas. But this guy will be getting trimmed down to the ground. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. I'll go ahead and get all these Christmas lights off of it, get everything exposed, and it'll be a happy tree once again, or bush. This may just be a guava bush, because it's never going to be able to outgrow a tent. It is definitely too tender for our winters. Oh well. At least I'll have guavas. All right, now over here, don't mind the disaster zone. We had a windstorm. It took the canopy and ripped it all apart. So I went ahead and took that thing down. I've got a new one coming. Just have to wait for the new canvas to get in, and I'll get this all covered up again. Over here in this corner, this is the strawberry guava that I had inside all year. It did start to produce something somewhere there. So we got a couple little fruits starting to go on these branches here. So maybe we'll get some strawberry guavas, maybe we won't, but we will not have any shortage of lemon guavas. This thing is nicely covered in all kinds of guavas all over the place. And I, for one, am looking forward, sort of, to lemon guavas. I'd rather have strawberries, but lemons are okay. I'll probably give it to the neighbors. I'm sure they'll love it. And tucked back here in the corner, this is a this is a red. It's red navel orange. So it's like a caracara, red navel orange. It's not called a caracara, but they just call it a red navel orange. It had a horrible infestation of all kinds of stuff going on over the winter. I limped it by. It still has some, what are those things called? Anyway, it's got like a little bit of a issue still going on. Once it gets outside, once it gets all cleared up, this guy is just going to absolutely take off. I believe in you. I really do. Sometimes you have to, let him know. And here is what's going to go on the fence. Does anybody know what this is? Oh yes, prolific kiwi, hardy kiwi. Went ahead and got one from, I think it was one from Tractor Supply and 2 from Lowe's, and I'm a little disappointed that Lowe's is charging so much, just because they can, I think. So you buy them from Tractor Supply, they're $8.99. You buy it from Lowe's, they're $14.99, $14.98, whatever that number says. I can't read, I can't number, but I do have 3 kiwis that will then be going on the fence over by the blackberries. Over there, on the other side of that. So way back over there. And that should be pretty cool. Have kiwis. And these are the new orange trees. This is the Hamlin, no, this is the Washington navel orange. It's already starting to bud out. I need to get the Christmas lights off of it because we're set up for 60-degree nights, so it is done with its issues. That is going to be a very nice tree there. This is the mandarin, I think, clementine, yes. And it's already started to bud out, starting to grow. Very nice. This is the Hamlin right here. Let me just triple check. Yes, Hamlin LA Sweet. That is not Los Angeles, it is Louisiana. And it looks like the bag kind of messed it up a little bit between the bag and the lights. It's got it twisted and bent, so I'm gonna have to do something to get this thing straightened back out. Maybe, I don't know, tied up to a pole or something. The bag, being on it all winter, just kind of twisted it just a bit, and yeah, well, I'll get that fixed up though. And another Washington navel over here, again, budding out, taking off. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be doing great. I cannot wait for all my oranges next year, or the end of this year. Just to see what would happen, I planted carrots here and left them growing all winter long, because I'm pretty sure it takes it a year almost for carrots to seed. That is a very nice carrot right there. But this is going to poke out a little seed flower hopefully here shortly, and then I'll have my own homemade carrot seeds, and I'll have all the carrots that I ever wanted off of these seeds, I hope. I don't know, we'll see. They'll be going over in the garden area. Maybe even put some more over here, because they just, volunteered to jump ship and start growing over here too. Again, there's a very big, massive carrot. That'd be nasty to try and eat, but that's going to produce some awesome seeds and weeds. More ginger going over here. Looks like nothing yet is popping up, which is totally expected. And yeah, I think that is pretty much the end of the tour for the year. I'll touch slightly on the side of the house here. Everything died. Yep, everything died. Except for lizards. The lizards didn't. What's up, little girl? What's up, little girl? Hey. So this is the Ruby Supreme Guava that had zero protection. Only just left it on the side of the house just to see what would happen. And it pretty much fared about as well as the Malaysian Red over underneath the canopy. That is to say, not well. But I'm pretty sure that it is live down underground, so I'm sure it'll pop back up again. But this next year, I will be giving it some Christmas lights, maybe a black barrel of water, something to help it survive through the winter. As expected also, this is the key lime that again died back down to the ground. I do not know if this thing is still alive down lower. It might be, it could be. I mean, I hope it is. But again, this is going to take some extraordinary effort every year to keep going from one year to the next. And there's more of my lizard friends. Look at him go. Oh, that's a big guy. That's a nice big guy right there. What's up, buddy? He's not camera shy. I think he's about to whoop me. I'll leave that guy alone. Looks like a biter. So now I have to remember how I close my videos for Summerville Gardener. Thumb screen, pest away. I know that you are appreciated. I think that's what I was doing. It has been over 160 days since my last video posted, and I am going to get a lot better with that. And more lizards. Lizards everywhere. I love it. Lizards, lizards, lizards. I can just hear them scampering all about. There's a boy and a girl. Go ahead and make more of them baby lizards. Love to see those. If you build it, they will come, and they will be prolific, and they will make baby lizards. So that's going to do it for this kind of opening video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it entertaining. Hope you hit the like, subscribe, comment, share. All that stuff really does help out a small channel like this. I am going to be putting out a lot more informational type videos, doing a lot more plant experiments, and trying to see what I can get away with, what I kind of fail at doing. Might even make some music videos for the channel. I don't know. Just get a little crazy. But till then, keep those thumbs green. Pest away, know that you are appreciated. Catch you next time, or catch me next time. More lizards. So many lizards.